Okay, so let's talk about marriage today. I'm sure you've heard a lot of things about marriage, especially if you're single. You have heard so many things, the scary parts, the sweet parts, the rosy parts, the romantic ones. You have heard different stories and you're like, oh, God, when? And some you'll be like, never, I can never marry. To fear, if that person is the last man on earth, I'd rather die. If that person is the last woman on earth, I'd rather kill myself. A lot is going on. Oh. But anyways, I'm not here to tell you whether you should marry early or late or who you should get married to. But what I'm going to be sharing with you today is just my experience and some other experiences that I've heard from people who got married late because I got married early. So I will share my own part, and I'm also going to share the stories of those who got married later in life. You know, I'm not going to tell you when to get married because as a woman, let me even talk to the ladies first of all, because I think this one concerns you the most. We are the people that always say, oh, God when. Yes. So I know that a lady's biological clock is always ticking even from age 16, some 15, some 14, because I remember someone telling me that she started menstruating at 10 years old. So, but if you start menstruating by 10 years old, you already know that you can have a child, you can have a baby. And anybody that can have a baby, they will say that she's probably good to go for marriage. You know what I'm trying to say? So, I won't say don't marry early, I won't say marry late. What I'm just going to share with you is that it actually depends on the person. And trust me, marriage is sweet too. This thing called marriage is sweet. And yes, I know a lot of people are going through challenges in their marriages, and it's not like it is their fault. We cannot blame anybody for these things. I would say that I actually got lucky because by the time I got married, it was not my plan, but it wasn't like I knew exactly what I was going into completely. Don't let anybody deceive you by saying, I want a... Well, it's good. But you see this thing called love. My dear sisters, I'm talking to you. When the love sweeps you off your feet, you just be feeling irate, you'll be feeling butterflies in your stomach, and then sometimes you may just forget all the standards you have built for yourself. I'm not saying forget all the standards that you want for yourself, but what I'm trying to say is that sometimes you may not know what you're getting into, and you may actually think that you're getting into the right marriage with the right person. So your marriage is actually totally dependent on the person you get married to. I will always tell people, but I just got lucky. It wasn't like I had all these specifics that, okay, he must be this, he must be that, he has to be this, he must have that. I didn't have all of that figured out. All I knew was that when the right person came at that time, even though I wasn't really ready, I had other things I wanted to do. I just finished NC, I wanted to do my degree and all of that. So I had to take a pause and then get married. So along the line, I now started realizing some things. I'm talking about for me that got married early, at the point where I haven't even figured out what I wanted with my life. So if you're that kind of person who desire to get married early in life, you need to understand that if you want to get married early, between let's say 20 to 24 or 19 to 23, 24, 25 thereabout, and you still have not figured out what you want for your life, you don't have a job, you're not running any business, you don't even know who you are not self-aware, and you want to get married early, I want to believe that you get married to somebody who is a groomer. And who do I call a groomer? A groomer is somebody that can actually help you actualize your dreams, that can help you figure out who you are, that can support you. So many of the reasons why marriages break and why people have issues in their marriages, one of the reasons, I didn't say major, I said one of the reasons. There are many reasons why people have challenges in their marriages, okay? And one of the reasons is that you marry early at the point where you are supposed to be figuring out what you want for your life. And the dilemma here is that at that same period of your life, as a woman or as a lady, your biological clock is ticking. And people are telling you, you have finished university now, wait till remain. At that point, your body is telling you to have a baby. At that point, all your hormones are moving towards, having sexual intercourse. Like, you just want to experience everything with a man, with a partner, because that is exactly how God created the woman or the woman's body. So it's like you are battling between self-actualization, and you're also battling with your biological clock ticking. So you're like, should I get married early? Is getting married early the right thing for me because I need to have children on time? Versus, I have not figured out what I want with my life. I haven't probably even finished school. I don't know what I want for myself. I don't know if I want to get a job or run a business. I'm still trying to figure out who I am, what I want to do. Because the first step is knowing who you are. And by the time you are at that stage between 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, that dilemma usually occurs and you're confused. You don't even know what to do. So you better pray that if you choose to get married, you get married to a groomer, somebody who accepts you the way you are, who will help you figure out a lot of things together. So while you are in the marriage, you are finding out yourself, you are having babies, you have a partner that supports you, you are also trying to figure out what you want to do in life, you are trying different things, business. I'm actually sharing what happened to me, so I can tell you that these things are real. So when I got married, even on the day of the wedding, I hadn't gotten a job. I did not have money. I didn't have cash on me. So everything was sponsored by my husband and his family members and my family members, not me directly. So it's not like now that, brides are working, they are buddies, they're already making money. Some of them are influencers and they have money to. I did not have shingbai on that day. I remember the drummers were drumming. I didn't have like a lot of money in my purse to spray. I couldn't, now when you are Yoruba party, you want to, you want to spray, scatter everywhere. I couldn't, because I was still at the stage of trying to figure out what I wanted with my life. And thankfully, I got married to a groomer. It wasn't like I knew he was a groomer. Don't get me wrong, because sometimes these things called marriage, you may not even understand what you're getting into until when you get inside the marriage. So I didn't know. But along the line, I just figured that whenever I have an idea, I throw it to him. He explains some things. He was my guy, like he was my counselor. He was like everything I've ever wanted. He would guide me. He would give me another perspective. He would support me financially, morally, prayerfully. We were doing things together, and he was just giving me the push. Even sometimes when I feel lethargic and I'm like, I can't do this, he'll be like, come on. You can do it. So at that stage of life, you better get married to somebody who will support you, who will not take advantage of your innocence, somebody who will not take advantage of the fact that you are still trying to struggle between finding out who you are and what you want to do. You better pray that you don't end up with somebody who will leverage negatively on the things that you are not aware of. And some people already find themselves in such marriage. They usually struggle. They struggle. So at the time when they are trying to figure out what they want and they have clarity, they already have children, a lot of commitments, in-laws, family members, and they try to juggle a lot of things. And then if they did not get married to a groom or somebody that will be supporting them, they now see their husbands as the obstacle. You are the one that is not allowing me to, because they may not have that support they desire, and then they start seeing the marriage as a wrong step, as something they regret. So if you're at that stage, you already know what to expect. And of course, if you're opting for the marriage option, please marry your friend. Marry your friend. Marry your friend. I'm a better person now because of the person that I married. So whether you will enjoy your marriage, if you marry early in life, it's totally dependent on the person you marry. You see that person that you sleep together on the bed, you sit together, you gist together, you laugh together, you gossip together, you plan together, you pray together, you do every damn thing together. That person has a huge impact on your life. And that person will determine whether whether you grow, you become better, or you even find yourself. Now, I'm not talking about those people who don't want to do anything. No. We also have those people that are young. They just marry just to bear misses. They have groomers. They don't know what they want for their life. So, and they have this person, their partner, who is always challenging them, bring ideas, supporting them, and they are there just being buddy. They're just loafing around with friends. They are never serious. I'm not talking about those kind of people because I'm talking to the ladies now. If you are that kind of person, then the fault is yours. I'm talking about those who have good heads on their shoulders, who know what they want in life. But they are confused at that stage, like, I'm not sure, because that time will come, you get there. So that for those who decide to marry early, using mine as a case study. Now, let me go to those who did not get married on time. Let's say they got married around 30 plus to 40. Men or women, male or female, whatever category you find yourself based on whoever is watching this video right now. I've also heard of stories of people who spent their youthful years discovering themselves, knowing what they want. They had the opportunity to find themselves, like they had a blast enjoying their youthful age. Like they don't have any regret whatsoever achieving their goals. They went all in, all out. They had the support from families, friends. They explored. Everything went well. Even for those who didn't even grow with silver spoon. They rose from the bottom rank. They strived, they worked hard, and they achieved everything that they ever imagined in life. And some of them will say, I'm glad I did not marry early. Because all of these things now, I wouldn't have been able to achieve these things. Some of them will say, you all know the challenges that come with when you are running a business, growing in your career, and being a mother or a father that should be available for their children every time. You know the challenges. Parenting is another game entirely. So they cannot imagine themselves juggling parenting with growing their businesses, climbing the ladder in their careers, and doing well in their whatever it is that they choose or decide to go into in life. They will tell you, I'm happy right now with what I have achieved. I know who I am. I'm self-actualized. I'm self-aware. I know what I want. Now I'm going to go for what I want in either a man or a woman. And then somebody who has done well for his or herself and somebody who has done well for herself, they will now jam, meet each other. And then the problem will not be helping each other to self-actualize. All they want in each other is friendship, companionship. They just want to do life together. That is, and you will discover that those people will be very happy in their marriages. You just be like, oh, I love this couple. You will think they've gotten married since 1922. No, they just got married. They spent their time, chasing after the bag, trying to explore the goodies that God has in stock for them as a human being. And you discover that they are happily married. So you cannot say, I want to be this. Neither can you say, I want to be this. You can't be A, you can't be B. It depends on what life throws at you and who you are as a person and what you want. So, with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you that this life no balance. This life, do what? Balance. When you look at A, do envy because you don't know what they have been through. You don't know what is even going on in the marriage. Same for B, do envy. For me now, anybody that will see me and be saying, what, love in Tokyo, hey, I'm enjoying my marriage. I thank God for that. It wasn't like I was smart enough. I just got lucky. And I discovered what I'm sharing with you in the marriage because I grew in the marriage. I learned a lot in the marriage. The marriage was the best thing that happened to me because I didn't know what probably that was what I needed. I don't know, but God has his ways. It was when I got married that things started happening for me for good because I had a partner who was there for me, who was a groomer, who helped me discover myself. And alongside, he also discovered himself. So we're just good for each other. And if you decide to marry late in life as well, also be sure that what you are looking for is what will complement what you already have. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Adiola. Please click that button right there. If you have any topic you want me to talk about, please feel free to drop a comment, and I would like to see you again. And as I'm asking you to click that button, yes, on the left hand side, click it now. Yes, thank you. So my name is Adiola. Till I see you in my next video. Bye.